What's up? What's going on? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to spiritual school, right? Class is in session. We're about to do this, all right? So, I think you should go back in the playlist if you missed the first video of spiritual school, okay? Because now we're going on to the second class, which is going to be about the dark night of the soul, okay? So, what is dark night of the soul? I'm sure you've heard a lot about it. Yes, sir. Indeed you have, okay? But here's really what it breaks down to in normal terms. It's really, facing your shadow, your dark side, your side that you don't really show that often. It's a secret side, right? So the dark night of the soul is really purging all of that out of your life, which means you're not going to have any left of it to bring into your consciousness to be aware to actually act things out. And the dark night of the soul, your shadow side, really is your subconscious that kind of has developed from your childhood, from your belief systems, from what you've been taught. Okay, that gets stored, right? So some of that's not good. A lot of it's not good, right? I'll give you an example, okay? Part of my dark night of the soul, shadow side, was to realize that when I was younger, my mother smoked, and I was like, oh, that's so gross, because she had her ashtray. I mean, this was the 70s, right? But she had the ashtray right in the middle of the kitchen table while we're eating. It's full, it's gross, you know what I'm saying? Back then they smoked in hospitals and things, so it's a little different then. But I was so against that, and so like, ew, that's so gross, and blah, 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 blah. But as I was living it in that moment, it was being recorded into my subconscious. Okay, because pretty much everybody in my family smoked, right? So it kind of was a generational curse. I think you're seeing how this is playing out, right? So then, for a long time I didn't, and then all of a sudden now I'm smoking. Why? Because that's something that has been put into my subconscious, and then later played out. So the dark night of the soul is really being able to see those things, see the actions that you're doing that normally aren't what you're about, and address the issue where it came from. For instance, I just gave you an example about my mother, right? So you see that, right? And so then when you're able to defeat that, as far as being like, okay, I'm not going to be like my parents, and I'm not going to drink because they did. And you stay with that and you do that, that is conquering the dark night of the soul. That is breaking generational curses. And that's all spirituality really is just a development of yourself to be the best self that you can be for yourself. Yeah. So for real, that's really it. I mean, I can give you tons of more examples of how that can all play out and what to look for, but this is your test. This is your assignment, this is your homework, because this is spiritual school. You got to go tonight and write a few things down. Write 3 to 5 things down that something that your parents did that now you do. And address that to see if that really fits into your true self. Okay? So then when you do that, just identify them. Now I want you to see how well or how not well they're affecting your life because you're acting them out. Okay? Too easy. That is it. Spiritual school is easy, but it's all about self-recognition and understanding where your behavior, where your mentality, and even sometimes your emotions, where that all comes from. And sometimes it's not yours. It could even be put on you by friends, like I said, family, you know what I'm saying? So it has to do a lot with the recognition. And that is like the second step on many levels to get to be the best self of you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the homework. You have your assignment. I wish you well. Pizza Pray every day. I'll see you again.